Hey, good morning, you guys. Today is Tuesday. It's about 10:30 in the morning. I'm getting ready to go to a UPS location because they tried to deliver some boxes last night and nobody was there. So for whatever reason, they brought it to a facility. So I gotta go pick those up. We're gonna pick up some orders today. The eBay RNG gods are among us because somebody flicked the switch for me on Sunday night, and ever since then, things have been picking up. So I'm definitely very grateful for that, for sure. I just want to mention real quick, I had a great bolo the other day. These old vintage Pasadena fans. I'm sure that nobody is gonna find one of these, but on the off chance that they do, I want you to know the brand. I want you to know what it's all about, because I turned $6 into 230 in a very short amount of time. I had that thing sitting in the corner of my listing room for quite some time. I finally put it up, and it went in like 2 or 3 days. I got an offer the night before for $100, and I was like, you know what? It's not been up that long. It's kind of a rare item. Nobody else has it listed right now. Let me just let it fly and see what it does. And I woke up the next morning to a full asking price of $230, and there we go. So that was great. So if you ever see Pasadena fans in the thrift, they are vintage. They are hard to come by. It's very hard to do your research on them because nobody has anything on them anymore. So check those out for sure. We're gonna go pick up today's orders. I'll show you guys what's sold, and then we're gonna go do some thrifting again, and we'll see how we make out today. Got 6 things going out today. The Eastwood Dirty Harry Collector's Edition. I think I paid like $1 or $2 for this at like a Goodwill. This sold, I took a best offer for that, I think of like $18 shipped. Wonder boy, won't you take me far away from the mucky muck now? Yep, there we go. Captain Jack. I bought a bunch of these loose Funko Pops a while back. I paid $5 and I think I had like 7 or 8 of them in here, and as you can see, there's 3 left in here. This one's going out today, so I've sold 5 of them so far. One of them I sold for like 25 bucks, I think. So that one paid for the entire thing. That was pretty cool. My name is Mike, and I know where everything is. That's why I don't take time to organize it, right? We got $21.99 for Thor. These have been listed for such a long time, so I'm ready to, accept some offers and stuff like this, just because I've had it listed for quite some time. So there's 3 out of 6. We're halfway there. I found it. Look, everybody. That's what it looks like. There's nothing too crazy. It's just a regular blue, but it's a nice color. It's really clean. It's brand new. And now I just have one thing left that I gotta get. It's a rabbit pelt, actually. So who would have thought people actually buy like rabbit skins and hides and stuff like that for I guess crafts and projects. And so this sold for $9.99 free ship. It's gonna cost me literally like nothing to ship, and it was just free because it came with a lot of stuff that I bought at the auction for $5. So that paid for it. This little thing paid for it, and all the other good stuff that I'm actually selling for money that isn't $9.99, I'll do good on that. So I'm happy. I usually don't buy like things that I don't know a lot about, but sometimes at the auction you just get stuck with a ton of stuff when you don't really mean to, but you don't really pay for it, so you're kind of like, whatever, I'll learn about it and list it, I guess. Kind of like what happened with these. These are old Jolly Roger chalices, and I paid $5 for all of these things. There's only one other person selling these on eBay right now, and I got one of them, just one of these, listed for $25 plus shipping, and the shipping is like another 10, I think, or something like that. So I have these listed up as a quantity listing, so you can buy as many as you want, as few as you want. The more you buy, the more you save, and hopefully those will go relatively good, and somebody will need those and be grateful that I have them listed. All right, you guys, so the only things that we were able to pick up were this old answering machine. It's actually, believe it or not, like brand freaking new in there. All the wires and all of that is still all wrapped up. So these things go for like 25 bucks plus shipping, 20, maybe a little bit more than that, like 30 bucks shipped, hopefully, because mine's in better condition. I'll maybe offer like, I don't know, $34.99 free ship or $29.99 free ship. But that was $3. And this Brother typewriter, which I tested before I picked it out. I also had a VHS DVD combo, but I plugged that in and it didn't even work. This was only $4, so comps for this are like anywhere from like 50 to 80 on eBay, so that was good. All right, so I'm on my way to the next Goodwill, and I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything for you guys. I'm really annoyed right now. Really with, I guess, myself. I'm annoyed with a bunch of different things. I think, okay, so basically what happened was I got in the car, and as I was getting in the car, I got an eBay message from a buyer that basically said he got his package and everything is good, but he also got a second package which was not supposed to go to him. Here's the reason it happened. So every time I print out my eBay packages, I go to the eBay shipping screen and I do it one by one. I'll do it one at a time, I'll weigh it out, I'll take the dimensions, and I'll print out the label and I'll put it on that designated box. And for whatever reason, eBay lately, it doesn't allow you to just print the label. Now, for whatever reason, I have to download the label to my PC, and then I have to open it up in a PDF writer, and then I can print it. And so because of this unorthodox method of printing out my labels, I have tabs upon tabs upon tabs with all of these different labels in it, and I don't even know how the heck this happened, to be honest. Like, I'm completely caught off guard by it, but it's a problem that I'm gonna have to deal with nonetheless. I'm gonna have to message the buyer that bought the item and let them know what's going on. Now I'm gonna have to probably pay return shipping for it. Then I'm gonna have to ship it out again. The buyer's gonna be pissed because this is gonna take forever. And it's like a $10 item too. So like that's the most annoying thing about the entire thing. It's just not even worth my time, but because customer service is of the highest importance to me, I gotta do what I have to do in order to make things right, because I screwed it up, because I didn't check the address and the item and go back and forth a million times diligently enough before I sent out the packages. So my bad. As you can tell, I'm pretty annoyed. But I'm gonna try and make the most of the day. I don't wanna try and, you know, let this stupid little thing ruin everything else for the rest of the day. I wanna keep the positivity flowing and hoping that the next Goodwill that we go to has a couple of gold nuggets for us. I don't really expect too much out of this Goodwill. I honestly don't really go to it very much because there's never really anything there. But I figure, you know what, we're only 10 minutes down the road from it. We might as well, and maybe we'll be pleasantly surprised, because I have been pleasantly surprised before. Being somebody that strives for perfection in everything they do, it's a blessing, and at the same time it's a curse, because for some reason, neurologically ingrained in this brain of mine, I get so down about myself for the dumbest things, right? So I spent the whole car ride like annoyed with myself about what had happened, but in reality what's going to happen is I'm going to send a return shipping label for $2.70. I'm going to get the item back, and I'm going to send it to the customer for another $2.70. And I'm not going to make any money on this, but that item that I got was for free. I literally got that item for free. So I'm not losing out on any money, it's just my time. And the more and more I think about it, I'm trying to become a person that isn't bothered as much in today's society because of the way that everything is. I feel like I can't go out of the house without being either disgusted at something or pissed off at something or frustrated at something. And I just don't like that. I don't like going throughout my life constantly feeling like I have clouds over my head. And I feel like the more that I think that, the more that actually is. And so I'm trying my best to escape that mindset and to just kind of be like, brush it off and just move on. And you know, some people it's easier, but for me, I don't know why, it's just difficult. But anyway, we're at the next store now, so let's go inside and hopefully make $1 million or something. Alright you guys, so we're back on the road. I only ended up picking up that t-shirt that I found, and I also got that Fire Island game. That game, you know, usually I don't pick up used games like that unless it looks like it's got everything in it and it looks like it's not really been touched too much. That one was definitely heavily played. As you could see in the video clip before, there was, you know, pieces all over the place. But it does look like that particular board game is very collectible. It looks like they have a bunch of expansion packs. There's a bunch of different kinds of the game, variations if you will. And even if I don't have a complete set, just one of those little tiny marbles that you guys saw in there, those little orange marbles, sold for $6 plus $3.88 shipping. So if all else fails, all I'm gonna do is just part it out, and I might honestly even make more money parting it out. It's gonna take more time and it's gonna take more listings, but at the end of the day, I don't think that I'm gonna lose out on that item, especially because we only paid $2 for it. So right now we're getting ready to go to Salvation Army. That's gonna be my last thrift store of the day, I believe. I gotta really get home so that I can go ahead and take out today's packages and go ahead and resolve that that issue that I was talking about earlier. And then after that, depending on how I feel and how much time is left back in the day, I might actually go hit some Walmarts or some retail stores, even though I just said in the previous video that I don't shop there anymore. Right now it seems like they're dumping clearance right now, and it might be a good opportunity for a lot of us to go pick up some Amazon FBA stuff. So I want to take advantage of that as well while it's that time of the year. And so I don't know, I guess we'll see what happens. All right, so I just got out of the Salvation Army. I didn't find too much in there either. I did find this pair of Air Force Ones. They look like they're in somewhat decent condition. I'm gonna clean them up because I got a bunch of other shoes I gotta clean anyway. So I figured I'd just add that to the pile. I got those for $6. I don't know what I'm gonna get for those. A lot of Nikes and Jordans and stuff like that. I try to get like 30, 40 bucks a pair. Then I got this really cool Pittsburgh Panthers vintage Lee crew neck. I paid up for that though. I paid $6 for that. And then I got these as well. I've never really seen these before. They're pretty cool though. $6 as well. Not too bad. All right, you guys, so it's about 2:14 right now in the afternoon. We went out for probably about 3 hours. 3 hours and 15 minutes-ish of thrifting time today. Didn't get too much, only hit 3 stores. Actually, I went to 4 stores. I didn't show you guys this, but originally when I was driving to the Salvation Army, I went to the wrong Salvation Army, and it was in the opposite direction, and I went in there, and I was super disappointed when I showed up because it was a Salvation Army that just never has anything good, and what do you know? I left with absolutely nothing. So that's what it is sometimes, you guys. Sometimes you get really lucky and you fill up your whole car and it's a really good day and maybe there's 500 to 1,000 in profit. And some days you go out and you find a couple of things and maybe it's a $200, $300 day, which is still great. and sometimes you go out and you find absolutely nothing. I think the important thing to do is to kind of mix it up as much as you can, because if you're going out throughout the week and you're looking as hard as you can and you don't find anything to flip and make profit on, I don't think that you're really either looking in the right places or looking hard enough or looking long enough. So just take that into consideration if that's the case for you. But I think I'm gonna call it a day right now. Not obviously like I'm gonna go home and work and stuff, but I'm not gonna go out and source at Walmart or anything like that today. I think I'm gonna do that tomorrow. I think for the rest of the today, I'm gonna start cleaning up the shoes. I have to get a bunch of stuff together that I haven't taken pictures of yet. I have to do some photoshopping on some Poshmark clothing listings, so I've got plenty to do, and now I've got to edit this video, obviously. So I'm gonna do that with the rest of today, and then maybe tomorrow I'll take you guys along with me to go see if we can find any good clearance to put on Amazon or eBay. But until then, I will talk to you guys later. I hope you all have a great rest of your day.
5. Mama. Who give 20? Who give 10? 10. 15. 20. 20 dollar bill. 20 now. 5 at a time. 5 25. Now 30. Now 5. 35. 40. 40, but I get 44, but I get 5. I got 30, but I get 5, 5, but I get 5, but I got 35, but I get 44, but I get 44, but I get 44, but I get 44, but I get 40, $35. 19. All right, moving on to the Super Nintendo here.
We got a regular and a super in
Let's
here.
do the Super or the regular then.
Super.
Take the choice. You get the Super with the games or the regular with the games. Take your choice. Got 10, now 15. I'm gonna get 15, I'm gonna get 15, 15, now 20. Is that 20? Now 5. I'm gonna get 25, now 30. Wanna give me 30, now 5. I'm gonna get 35, now 40. Wanna get 40, now 5. 45, now 50. Give me 50, give me 50, give me 50. I'm gonna get 50, now 5. 55, I'm gonna get 55, 55, I'm gonna get 55, now 60. Now 5. 65, now 70. Bid 70, now 5. 75, I'm gonna get 75, 75, I'm gonna get 75, I'm gonna get 75, now 80. Bid 80, now 5. 85, 85, 85. Anybody else at 85? Sold it, 80 bucks, 48.21. Want them both?
Yeah.
Times 2, times 2.
Okay.
Any piece, whether it be a shelf or some DVDs or a stereo system, anything there.
What about that thing?
What is that thing?
Looks like a
Just pull it out and let's sell it right now and get it over with. I didn't know that was down there.
It's only PlayStation.
We got a PlayStation
Nintendo system.
and a Nintendo. Got a whole box full of gaming. Sell it all right. $100 bill, but give 100, I'm gonna give 100, I'm gonna give 100, I'm gonna give 100, I'm gonna give 75, 75, who give 15, go. $50 bill, but who give $30. 30 now, 5, 5, 30 now, 5, 5, 30 now, 5 now, $40 bill, 40 now, 5, 45 now, 50 now, 5, 55, 55, 55, so you want 55, 55, 55, 50 bucks, buyer number 7189. 5, 7.5, now 10, 12.5, 15, 70.5, 20, 5, 30, 5,
gonna play with that
35, everybody get 35, 35, everybody get 35 now. Everybody. 35 now, 40 now, 5, 45, 45, Brandon's out, 45, everybody get 45, 45, everybody get 45, everybody get 45. Sold it, 40 bucks, 1957.
So I finally bought something. I didn't think it was gonna happen today. This is literally the only 2 boxes I bought all day. I paid $7.50 for each box. These are dog shampoos. It's called Juicy Couture. And it looks like somebody is selling lots of 3 of these on eBay for $19.99. And they've been selling, you know, they have a couple of sold, so I figure if I could just sell one of those, then I'll make my money back on this entire box, and then the rest of it's just pure profit. A lot of it is new, but then there's also some oddball things in here like that. I don't know what the heck that is, so maybe we'll find like some bonus goodies or something like that. Not too sure. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of research and see what else we got. Oh, here's a nice little pen thingy. Looks like more perfume down there. So we'll see what goes on with that. And then I also got this box of hats. I did it because it doesn't look like there's any like this in particular on eBay. But if I'm the only one that has it listed, then competition is relatively low. And 2 of these bags are completely like brand new, full of them, and then there's a whole bunch of other ones in here that are just not in the bag. So there's got to be at least like, I don't know, 30-40 hats, maybe even more. So I mean, even if I just garage sale them for $1 a piece, I'd make my money back on it, you know. So I'll probably put them up for like $12.99 or $11.99 or something, see what happens. All right, so I think I'm gonna call it a day at the auction. There are a couple other things at the very end, but I really don't want to wait that long for them to get all the way there, because it's gonna be another hour, 2 hours, and there's really not anything too crazy. I don't think it's really worth my time anymore. But I think I'm gonna hit a thrift store on the way home, and that's gonna be it. So I wanted to show you guys some of those clips though, because it's not all sunshine and rainbows at the auction. Sometimes we do you know, get to the point where the prices get a little bit ridiculous on some things. And as you saw, I tried to pick up 3 separate video game consoles today, and I did not get a single one of them, just because it got to the point where my threshold for my risk tolerance was hit, and I don't want to go any higher than that. You know, those Super Nintendos, I had like a budget for myself of probably like $50, because in the event that it doesn't work, or the games are all fried, or whatever the case may be, then you're out a lot of money, you know what I mean? So I hope that that works out for him for sure. But I would not want to be in his shoes if for whatever reason the games were warped or whatever. It didn't look like it was that was going to be the case, but I guess we'll see. You know, sometimes it's just not worth it. And then you got to clean everything. You got to take into consideration how much time everything takes. Let me go, I gotta get this. I did end up getting one of these. I don't know if you guys have ever seen one of these before. This is from 1983. I knew what it was because my mom had one. She really loves penguins, so I'm gonna have to toss back and forth with if I want to resell this, or maybe keep it for her for maybe a nice Christmas gift or something like that. I guess we'll see. I saw a comp of like $35 online, so I might just end up giving it to her. So you guys remember how I bought that lot of stuffed animals the other day at a Goodwill for $5? Well, we sold 2 of them today. One of them was for $10 and one of them was for $20. So I already made our money on that, like I kind of said we would. Let me get this open. Just gonna go ahead and show you guys today's orders. I know that these this is probably gonna be like a 2-for-1 video. I'll probably lump the footage from Tuesday in with today. Today is Thursday. Only got $13.50 for this puzzle, but I only have a quarter into it, so it's all good. It's new, sealed in the box. Oh, here's that model that we were looking for right in front of our face. $29.99 for this. I don't remember what I paid for this, to be honest. I think I paid like $5. So we got that car going out. That's going for $9.99. I bought like maybe 20 or 30 of these. They're a little bit in nicer condition. This one's a Jada Dubs, I believe. And I bought like 20-25 cars a while back for I think $20, something like that. So some of these cars I've been selling for like 15 each. So I think those plushes are at the house still, because we haven't gotten to bringing that stuff over yet. So that's it. All I've got is 5 orders today. Sometimes it's just about the bread and butter, you know. But yeah, so I'm gonna take this stuff, I'm gonna bring it home, I'm gonna get it all packed up, and that'll be that. The rest of the day I'm just gonna honestly be spending taking pictures and getting things cleaned up, and I'm gonna be listing and pretty much just all the boring stuff. So all right, you guys, so that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope it brought some value to you. If it did, be sure to leave the video a like and maybe even consider subscribing if you really like me that much. Take care, and I'll talk to y'all soon.